Hello and welcome to Journey to Easter. Today is Friday, February the 16th, just a couple days after Ash Wednesday. Our gospel today comes from Matthew, and it reads in the 9th chapter, the 15th verse. It says, "The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and they will fast." Now, Jesus is, sharing, with his friends and his disciples that life is going to be different, and they need to learn to still stay focused. Now, imagine for yourself those 3 years or so that those disciples, had the opportunity to walk with Jesus, to talk with Jesus, to listen to Jesus, to eat with Jesus, just to live with him. I mean, that had to be some of the most incredible experiences of life. But then, he goes to his passion, his death, and resurrection, and, ultimately he leaves them, in that moment of the ascension, but he tells them, look, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be with you always. But at that moment, they kind of had to change the way that they experienced him. Because I'm sure that, while they were walking, with him during that time, there was a sense of comfort. There was a sense of, I know what my purpose is. But then all of a sudden, when he leaves, they were lost. And I'm sure that they were frightened. I mean, we hear the stories in Scripture, the Acts of the Apostles, where, they were, going to a place to hide. But yet, the Lord came to them and said, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be with you always. And I think it was from that point on that they discovered what it meant to be a disciple, and that they were going to have to carry on with Jesus in their life. They were going to have to carry on and be Jesus to others. And I think that's what became very important. They realized that, they couldn't lose their focus. I mean, that's what Jesus is trying to say to them, in that line when he says, the bridegroom is going to be taken away and they will have to fast. It means they were going to have to stay focused. And you can't lose focus on what the purpose of being a disciple is all about. It's bringing that love of Christ. It's bringing that good news that, through him you have life. Through him you have joy. Through him you have peace. I mean, they became his instruments here on earth. And I have to say, that's what we're all about too. I mean, you truly think about it. I mean, why do we do this? I mean, it's because we want to become, better people that serve others. We want to become like Christ to others. So I guess in this, journey to Easter during this Lenten season, it's a great time, again, to step back and say, am I being his instrument? I mean, am I doing what he's asking me to do? Because that's what we're called to do. So today, I think we should open up our hearts and minds and just pray and say, Lord, lead me. Lead me to what you need me to do today. What can you do with me today? I mean, that's truly what it's all about. So as we continue this journey, continue asking yourself, but don't lose the focus. Continue saying, I want to be your instrument. I want to serve as you served. I want to bring Christ to others. I want to be Jesus to others. Continue your journey to Easter.